Hey guys, I'm talking about The Flash. Now, there are 9 seasons of this show, and well, let me give you a bit of a story about how I got into The Flash CW TV show. The thing is, I don't like any of the other CW shows. I don't like Supergirl. I like Supergirl's best seasons are on par with The Flash's worst seasons, so I would just let you decide that. The Arrow is overrated. I'm saying it now, and all the other CW shows that I just didn't mention, I just couldn't give less than a rat's ass about them. Now I did like DC Legends of Tomorrow. That's actually how I got into the Flash, because well, DC Legends of Tomorrow did a lot of crossovers. Like the Flash has always been my favorite superhero, so I decided just to give it a chance, and well, I did, and I enjoyed it for the first few seasons, and then after that, it was just the test of my mental health watching the other seasons, especially season 7. Oh my god. But let's get straight into the Flash season 1. We were talking about literally everything, so let's get straight into it. And that's not the Flash that I'm talking about. Let me change that. Give me a quick second. There we go. Now, can you just imagine if we did the Flash from the movie? Oof, that would be that would be interesting. But before we get into this, there's something I want to mention. We watching the Flash. We watch season 1, and I realised something. I feel like in the first season, it feels like the characters, Caitlin, Cisco, Barry, it just felt like the main cast just wanted to be there. It feels like they were having fun doing their roles. But if you watch like season 7 or season 8, it just feels like the actors don't want to be there anymore. Which is just, that's one of the reasons why I really appreciate season 1, because it feels like the characters, the cast want to be there, and they're putting it all in their performance. And another thing I want to say about season 1 is that I love the supporting cast in this season. It is very small, and it's just perfect. We have Barry, Caitlin, Cisco, and Dr. Harrison Wells, or Eobon Thawne in this case. That's the supporting cast right there. Those four people are the supporting cast, and it's perfect. And it doesn't, like, what I really hate in the later seasons, that there could be about 10 or 15 just members of Team Flash who all has powers. But that is a rant for another day, if I even decide to do that season. But let's get straight into the episodes. Now let's talk about the Flash. Now, I love how the story starts with the future Flash and Eobon Thawne fighting, and then Eobon Thawne getting a knife. Well, actually, first, Barry super speeds his younger self out of there so Eobon Thawne won't kill him, and then Eobon Thawne decides to do the next best thing, kill his mother. But every action has consequences, funny enough, and Eobon Thawne gets trapped in the present day. Not the present day, in the present day. So Eobon Thawne is basically just stuck there, and he wants to go home. But in order to go home, he has to create the Flash, which is that is really, really interesting. And Eobon Thawne is, in my opinion, he's not the best Arrowverse villain. He's just so good. And Barry's dad was convicted for his wife's murder, even though he was found innocent. So Barry basically had to spend the remaining of his childhood and even his teenage years, and and so on, living with Iris West and Joel West. I like Joel. He's great. Iris is... Iris. I'm just gonna be frank with you. I hate Iris. Season 1, she's just so annoying, and it just keeps getting worse with each and each season. I was just like the worst character in season 1. Yeah, without a shadow of doubt, she is the worst character in the show so far. Yeah, Iris is just, see, I just don't buy her and like I don't buy Iris and Barry. I just don't buy it because they try to force that relationship down our throats. Like, I just find it so weird because Barry went to live with Iris and Job, so it's just that Barry and Iris. Barry and Iris have been living together as basically siblings. So yeah, they're not related, but they see each other as siblings. If I have to call this girl that I like, if I have to call this girl that I like my sister, then I'm cutting that off immediately. It's just, oh my god, this is a hot take, but I prefer Irish with Eddie. Oh, I like Eddie, and I prefer Barry with actually Caitlin. Like, Caitlin and Barry were really, really good together. There were so many scenes with Caitlin and Barry in season 1 compared to like the later seasons. This just makes me just beg the question: why did the writers force this down our throats? Why did the writers force Barry and Iris down our throats? And what's the saddest part is that this is the biggest problems I have with season. Like, one of the biggest problems I have with the earlier seasons, because later on there's just bigger problems, and I repeat, bigger problems. But just so you know, I don't like Iris, and I never liked her. I mean, she's a good actress and all of that, but as a character, I just find her just so annoying, so goddamn annoying. I love this episode. I absolutely love it, and I also love the actor who's playing him. Now, funny enough, I love Captain Cold. Like, I've just talked about in the Flash comic books. I think Captain Cold's really, really good villain in the comic books. So to add Wentworth Miller, to play Captain Cold into the mix, it just makes Captain Cold's character just 10 times more iconic, and I love it. Like, Captain Cold is like the best thing about the Flash season 1. And rewatching The Flash, funny enough, I actually realised something. They really needed a character like Captain Cold in like the later seasons, because Captain Cold was like that anti-hero. He just had that charm and that anti-hero vibe that the later seasons of The Flash really, really, really lacked. So to watch Wentworth Miller again as Captain Cold, I honestly, I loved it. I loved it so much. What a fantastic villain. Well, I mean anti-hero. Oh my god, it's T-Bag. Now, this is one of the many, and I repeat, many crossovers that we get in the in the Flash. I really do like this crossover. I don't have much to say about it. It wasn't amazing, but it wasn't terrible. But it was enjoyable. I enjoyed watching it. I enjoyed it. One thing that I really just love is just, no matter how strong and faster that Barry gets, Airborne Fawn, the Reverse Flash will always just beat him. The Reverse Flash is just always stronger. And I don't know what it is about that, but I just love it. I just love that no matter what Barry does, the Reverse Flash is just one step ahead, and it's just stronger. I just love that in a villain. Like, the Reverse Flash is he's literally like just the perfect villain. Like, I can't stress this enough. Airborne Fawn is an amazing villain, and now, of course, at the end of the episode, it was revealed that Airborne Fawn is Wells, Dr. Harrison Wells. And of course, we learned some stuff about Ronnie, but I will talk about him later. I'll talk about Ronnie later. Season 1, episode 10, that's just my favourite. I dare to say that's my favourite episode out of like the whole Flash show. Out of all of the 9 seasons, I think this is my favourite episode. Especially if you are just a Prison Break fan like me. Like, this is just perfect. This is just the Prison Break reunion. Like, this was perfect. Perfect. Everything about this episode was perfect. Captain Cold returns again. And Heatwave returns. And this is Heatwave first on-screen appearance. And it's Lincoln Burrows. Michael Scofield and Lincoln Burrows are at it again. And I love it. I love this. I really wanted more of this. This is one of the reasons why I love season 1 so much. Just the villains. Like, the villains are just so good. Like, oh my god. Like, I really love how the minor villains are almost just as good as the main villains. Because later on in the season of The Flash, you just don't get that. Like, the minor villains are terrible, the main villains are even worse in like season 7, 8. But here, it's just, oh my god, it's perfect. I love it. Oh my god. Like, even people who haven't watched Prison Break can just admit that this duo is just amazing. Like, oh my god, this is my favourite episode. I literally rewatched this episode like about 10 times. Like, I love it. I really love this episode. Oh my god. I really wish we saw more of Captain Cold and Heatwave in the later seasons, because the most appearance they made together is in season 1. Because, I just love it. I just don't know how the Flash went downhill after. Oh my god. I'm getting off topic. Just know that this is a fan favourite episode, and this is my personal favourite episode. I'll rewatch this episode almost all the time. It's perfect. Now, I love this episode. This is the return of the Weather Wizard. Now, the first Weather Wizard was the first metahuman in the first episode, and he got killed by Joe West. Now, this is his brother Mark, who wants to revenge for his brother's death. Now, Weather Wizard in a CW is underrated. I really wish he was in more episodes. It really sucks that he's just not in more episodes, because I thought he would appear in the later seasons, but he doesn't. Like, he appears again in season 2. He appears again in season 5, but that return is disappointing. And if I ever do a video about season 5, you will know why I think his return in season 5 it wasn't dumb. It was just very disappointing. But Cisco, I know I haven't mentioned Cisco, for a while, but I love Cisco. He's great. But Cisco found out, he found out that Harry Wells, the Reverse Flash, basically tamper with his equipment, because Cisco knows that Cisco knows that his equipment is never wrong. So he basically knows Harry's, earphone phone identity, and the reveal, like, oh my god, it's just I can't even talk. That's how sad that scene is. That scene when Thorne kills Cisco is one of the saddest scenes. It was well acted. It was a really, really good scene. And while Cisco was too busy getting killed, Barry is trying to stop a tsunami, because Weather Wizard decided to summon a tsunami to kill everyone in Central City, because Weather Wizard doesn't give a damn. And Weather Wizard also kidnapped Joe, and he also killed he didn't kill the captain, but Mark, so Mark, the Weather Wizard, kidnapped Joe, but he put the captain of the police in a coma, which is just crazy. And then, of course, Caitlin learns that who the Reverse Flash is, and just Well, there's just so much happening in this episode. Barry reveals his identity to Iris, and him and Iris kiss, which is, there's just too much happening in this episode, and I love it. Like, why can't stuff like this happen in the later seasons? This is why season 1 is the best. This episode is just absolutely amazing. Like, so much is going on. Like, so much is just going on my screen. Like, oh my god. Like, Weather Wizard, you're such a good villain. Like, why didn't you come back more? And, oh my god. I always wonder what will happen if Barry managed to stop the tsunami from Weather Wizard. Because, let's face it, Joel will be dead, Cisco's already dead, and we can assume that Caitlin will be dead, so it'll just be Barry going solo. Now that would have been interesting. But of course, Barry managed to move so fast, he basically time travelled back a day before all of this madness happens. So in other words, Barry basically time travelled himself back to the friend zone, which is that's just how Barry does things. But I recommend watching this episode. It is really, really good. The Weather Wizard soundtrack is amazing. Just that scene of Barry trying to stop the tsunami is amazing. Amazing scene, amazing episode. I love it. It's one of my personal favourite episodes. And I'm starting to realise that most of my favourite episodes are in season 1 and 2. Interesting. Now, right after that episode with Weather Wizard, we are blessed once again with Captain Cold and Heatwave, along with his sister, who I think the show forgets about. I feel like after season 2, the show forgets she even exists. I mean, she gets mentioned every now and then, but she never appears. After season 2, she never appears again, which is just crazy. But this is just another great episode. Captain Cold and Heatwave basically kidnap Cisco and his brother, and they pretty much force Cisco to reveal the identity of Barry, like who the Flash is. And I loved it. I really loved it. Like, those are 2 really, really good episodes in a row, and you know, it is. All I'm saying is, if you watch the later seasons of the Flash, it is really rare for 2 good episodes in a row with the later seasons of the Flash. But there's just so many good episodes. I mean, not 2 seasons. I mean 2 episodes. But this is a really, really, really good episode. I loved it. I love this episode. I just love Captain Cold. Like, he makes season 1 so good. Like, the later season really needed a character like him. Like, they really needed a character like Captain Cold. I just can't stress that enough. That's why I think season 1 was so good. It's just that the villains. Oh my god, this is going to turn to a rant about the later seasons. But I recommend watching this episode. It's great. I love it. Now, Eobard Thawne is being investigated by Team Flash because, well, every episode and then, you know, literally at the end of the episode, Thawne does this thing where he just goes around just killing people. And, well, of course that made Barry suspicious. So they decided to investigate, and they eventually found out about Wells and Thawne being the same person. So they set up a trap for him. But one thing you should know about the Reverse Flash is that he's always 1 step ahead of you. So of course the Reverse Flash predicted all of this and outsmarted Team Flash as he should. But this is a great episode. I really, really like it. It's a great episode. Of course, the acting and everything was great in this episode. Like, the Reverse Flash in the first season was such a good villain. What they do to the Reverse Flash later on is criminal. It's like the writers should be charged with how they ruined the Reverse Flash in the later seasons. but he's amazing here. Well acted, good good plot, like good episode, just good everything. That's just how you could sum up season 1. Just good everything. Now we are blessed once again with Captain Cold. This is a great episode. But one bad thing I can say about this episode is that the villains you're seeing right now, of course there was this one epic fight scene, and after the fight scene, most of the villains just don't appear again. I mean, okay, Weather Wizard appears again. It's just, I don't know how to explain this. It's just, this is the closest we got to a group of villains from previous episodes and heroes all fighting it out, if that makes sense, because they set it up for season 2 like stuff like that's gonna happen, but it never happens, if that makes sense. Like maybe if they kept the original writer, something like that would have eventually happened, but it didn't. Like maybe I'm waffling. I don't know. You tell me. But other than that, I really do enjoy the episode and the final showdown with Barry and the Reverse Flash. Very, very good. Now, I love this series finale. This series finale is great. The Reverse Flash and Barry battling out. Like, I think The Flash is a show that has a lot of bad series finales. But this series, I feel like this is a really, really good series finale. Like, I think this is the best series finale. Like, out of the 9 seasons, I think this is the best one. Yeah, it's the best one. What am I saying? Yes, this is definitely 100%, without a shadow of doubt, the best series finale. Out of the 9 seasons. It's absolutely amazing. And what I love about just this scene, not this scene, just this episode, it doesn't matter, it just doesn't matter the situation. The Reverse Flash always kicks Barry's ass. Like, Reverse Flash was just slam dunking Barry's ass, and when the first Flash was about to deliver the final blow, because Barry had the chance to save his mother, but he chose not to. He chose not to be selfish. And I love, like, that is a very emotional and amazing scene when his future self told him don't do it, and it's amazing. That's such a amazing scene. I really, like, I love it. I love it. So Eddie basically had to harakiri himself in order to defeat the Reverse Flash. Of course, I mean, later on they retcon it. I don't even know if I should call it retcon it. They kind of retcon it, or they just pretend like it didn't happen in the later seasons. But Eddie shot himself. I mean, I always question why he didn't shoot himself in a no area, which will have the same results and he will still be alive. But he has to do what he has to do. So he basically sacrificed himself in order to defeat the Reverse Flash, and it was like, oh mate, like, I was moved by his death. Like, I actually really liked Eddie. I liked him. He was a good actor. And I don't know if it's just me, but why does Eddie look like Barry Allen from the comics? I cannot be the only one that sees it. No, I can't. Now, before we end the video, let's talk about the Reverse Flash. He is the best villain in the Arrowverse. Like, I will argue to the death on that. He is absolutely amazing. I love the Reverse Flash. His connection with Barry is it's amazing. Like, his connection with like the heroes and the cast, it's just not like everything about the Reverse Flash is amazing. It's just that the fact that he was Barry's mentor as well, Cisco's mentor. Well, he was technically Cisco's mentor as well, and he was a friend to Caitlin, and he got along well with Job. The fact that he has these connections with these characters just make it just makes the rivalry just a lot more personal, if you know what I mean. Unlike with the later seasons when it feels forced with the other villains. But it's just like here, it felt perfect. It felt like the writers took their time to plan it out. They took their time to give the Reverse Flash one of the best comic book villains. I dare to go that far. What he deserves in the first season. The Reverse Flash in season 1 is the best villain. I've ever seen. I just love him so much. Like, he's just like everything that you want in a villain. Is the Reverse Flash. He's perfect. The Reverse Flash is the perfect villain. Like, he is the best villain in the Arrowverse. I will argue to the death on that. And he is the best villain in the Flash. Like, I think everyone can agree on me on that. I mean, after like season 2, there aren't any good villains. I mean, maybe the Thinker, but that is a conversation for another day. That is a conversation for another day. But all you need to know is that the Reverse Flash is goated. Like, oh my god, he's so twisted. Like, I love it. And the Reverse Flash in the comic books is even better. Oh my god, like after watching the Flash, like this, like years ago, after watching the Flash, after finishing it, I started to read comic books just because, well, the Flash is one of my favourite superheroes, and I love the Reverse Flash, and what the Reverse Flash does, oh my god, like, I just love this guy. Oh my god, I just love the Reverse Flash. I have to stop fanboying over him. Like, I might do a video about season 2. Maybe, I don't know. Like, maybe, like, season 1 is a 10 out of 10. Like, a 10 out of 10. I might do a video about season 2. Season 2. Yeah, maybe. Maybe in the near future. Maybe we'll see. But until then, I'm out. Oh my god, that bitch was in season 1.